Alright, what is wrong with the ground squirrels in Idaho? As I was approaching an intersection, I saw this little ground squirrel. It was not easy to see. It looked like a leaf. Alright, it went into the center of the road, sat there for 2 seconds, stood up like you'd see a regular squirrel does to see a little bit higher, which, it's only like a 3-4 inch height advantage. And then come down again. As the car was approaching, it still stood there. It didn't really move. And the car was slowing down for a stoplight, but then the stoplight turned green. And so the car didn't come to a complete stop. It maybe slowed down to, I don't know, maybe 10 miles an hour. But that wasn't slow enough for the squirrel to get out of the way of the car. It still got splattered. Alright? Strangest thing, how a squirrel could just let the car approach it like that without really budging, and then, at such a slow rate of speed, and then just die. I've seen this around the whole Boise airport, and I've only seen these squirrels around the Boise airport. All the little holes and the scurrying around and stuff. I've never seen them on the west side, north side, south side, or anywhere else. First time I've seen was around the Boise airport. I don't know. I didn't see any quail, and it makes me wonder: do quail and these little ground squirrels get along? You think quails might be a little annoyed by having to run around the holes and all that, so they might not be very friendly to each other. Because there's still sagebrush out there, and both these animals can live well around sagebrush the way it looks. But they might not get along. Where I've seen quail, I haven't seen the ground squirrel. Where I've seen ground squirrel, I haven't seen quail. But that's just my own observations. I'm not sure how nature really plays out. It's just what I've been seeing in Boise. But if you take that road slow enough around the Boise airport, there's a road that wraps around. You can count the number of little splatter marks of these ground squirrels all on the road, all along the road. They're probably every 50 feet or so you're gonna see something. All right, a little fur spot. Whether it be older or fresher, you're gonna see spots of them all along the road. I didn't look that hard. I mostly just saw them on the side of the road I was riding on and towards the center. But if I would have tried to look at it more thoroughly, I probably would have counted a lot more deaths that occurred. And I'm guessing I counted over 20 deaths. There probably could be more. I probably could double that easily. But what's going on in their minds? Why are they doing this? Why are they allowing themselves to just get run over? I mean, the intersection, if a car can slow down to like almost 10 miles an hour and still manage to run a ground squirrel over, these ground squirrels have some issues. They got some real problems because, that speed limit on the main road is maybe 45. So that's no match. I mean, if they're getting run over at 10 miles an hour, 45 is a guarantee kill for them. Well, what are they doing? What's going through their mind? They seem to be like either they're blind and they can't quite see the car approaching in any way. Maybe they just don't understand what's approaching them. They don't. Maybe they're fearless. Like they don't see the ground squirrel as a threat, or when the ground squirrel doesn't see the car as a threat. Kind of like what the dodos were like back in the early 1900s, when they were fearless against the sailors, and they just kind of let the sailors walk up and choke them, pretty much. It seems to be the way that the ground squirrel is in Idaho. All right, but when I was riding bicycle by them, they were scurrying this way and that. They were scared of me, but they're not scared of the cars. And that's odd. That's the same way with a lot of wildlife. I notice that ducks will freak out if go by them, but if a car comes by them, the car has to stop and wait for the duck to cross the road. Whereas they'll go the other way if they see me coming. So it's it's a strange wildlife and how they're reacting to the vehicles. All right, these little ground squirrels are supposed to be they're supposed to be endangered. So it's a concern to me.